Philosophies are instruments. Los Angeles, 1952. Igor Stravinsky, the composer, was 70 years old and rehearsing the orchestra. A young girl who lived next to the orchestra hall snuck in through the back door to listen to rehearsals. She watched the violins, cellos, flute, trumpet, clarinet, harp, percussion, and piano. She wondered which one should be her favorite. There were too many options. She needed to pick one. During a break, she got up the courage to ask the maestro. Stravinsky's friend and writer Robert Kraft was there, so that's why this moment is captured. The young girl went up to Stravinsky and said, "Excuse me, which of these instruments is the best one?" He was surprised and amused and took the challenge. He said, "You hear sounds, but I hear life. Every instrument is a philosophy. Every philosophy is an instrument." She just looked at him, confused, so he continued. "You could pick just one instrument, one philosophy, but wouldn't it be more interesting to play them all?" The girl said, "What? Nobody can play them all. How could I?" Stravinsky said, "Let's say, as a young woman, you go out into the world to meet new people, full of multiculturalism and humanism. You do something daring, filled with optimism. Then you start a family and have time for nothing but pragmatism. You lose a loved one and comfort yourself with stoicism. But it makes no sense, so you're drawn to existentialism. See? So many instruments." The girl said, "What if I want to pick just one?" He said, "Most people do pick just one. They think their instrument is the best. Go ask anyone in this orchestra, and they'll give indisputable proof why their instrument is better than all others. You'll never convince that cellist that the clarinet is better. So why try? Just like religions, cultures, and philosophies, right?" There was a long pause. The girl said, "So which do you think is best?" Stravinsky smiled and said, "Time." "Time?" "Time! I can separate the instruments with time, or I can combine them at the same time. Different instruments for different times in the music. Different philosophies for different times in your life. You can play every instrument and every philosophy if you use time and combine. Time itself is my favorite instrument." The girl seemed satisfied and walked back to the balcony to listen again.